White flag raised. Net off. The trip in between 2¼ miles and 2-3, the length and the odds at Bet Victor Bumper. And his colleague just showing in the lead from Jasmin De Vaux, who's close up on the inside of Freeman's Bay. Right with them, the grey Mickey Angel, as they organise themselves in the still early stages. And his colleague, by a half to Mickey Angel. On the inside in the greens is Jasmin De Vaux. Glendar's Fortune right up with them, along with Big Stage and Freeman's Bay and his Nibs. Very tightly grouped the leaders as they turn on the approach to the straight the first time. And his colleague and Jasmin De Vaux together, followed by his Nibs, who's improved on the outside, with Big Stage making ground in between leaders. And then Freeman's Bay and Glendar's Fortune next with Stellar Jury. Mickey Angel has been knocked back to mid-division. And then AOK. After them is Jack Go. Master Otis up the inside, and at the rear is Remember He's Mine. Inside their final 2 miles, and Jasmin De Vaux over the far side with Big Stage. On the left, horse with the big white face is his Nibs, with colleague in between those two. And then AOK and Freeman's Bay and Glendar's Fortune. Mickey Angel and Stellar Jury is next. As they race up to the furlong point, Jasmin De Vaux, his Nibs on this side, followed by Big Stage and colleague. And then Mickey Angel, Glendar's Fortune next with AOK and Stellar Jury. And Freeman's Bay has been shuffled back. Master Otis next, and then Jack Go. And although Remember He's Mine is the back marker, the field tightly grouped. A little over 1.5 miles to go from here. And it's Jasmin De Vaux joined by his Nibs. In between them is Big Stage. The three covered by 2.5 lengths, with Mickey Angel back onto their heels in fourth, and colleague and AOK and Glendar's Fortune and Stellar Jury and Master Otis and Freeman's Bay. With the final couple continuing to head away from us, Jack Go and Remember He's Mine. Inside the 11, Jasmin De Vaux on the inside of Big Stage. Making it 3 in a line is his Nibs, a couple of lengths to the grey Mickey Angel. Colleague next with AOK and Glendar's Fortune and Freeman's Bay. Stellar Jury and Master Otis, Remember His Mine, relegates Jack Go to be the back marker as they continue inside the halfway stage. Big Stage and Harry Swan go up in between his Nibs, Andrew Jones, and running the rail is Jasmin De Vaux, Patrick Mullins. They're abreast. Couple cleared of Mickey Angel and colleague. Freeman's Bay and Glendar's Fortune next with AOK. Then Jack Go, Remember His Mine. Master Otis, and starting to struggle, the Stellar Jury. Inside the final mile, his Nibs, striped colours on the outside of Big Stage, and neck in front of Jasmin De Vaux. A couple of lengths to Mickey Angel and colleague and Freeman's Bay and Glendar's Fortune, and Jack Go next with Master Otis and AOK and Remember His Mine, leaving behind the 12 Stellar Jury. At the completion of the circuit, his Nibs extends by a neck to half of a Big Stage. Jasmin De Vaux 3 parts of length back in the disputing third with Mickey Angel. Then Freeman's Bay, Glendar's Fortune next. Jack Go's improved. Followed then by Master Otis and Remember His Mine, dropping away with colleague and AOK. Heading past the 5, his Nibs. By length now to Jasmin De Vaux on the inside of Big Stage. Ridden along to hold position is Mickey Angel, then Glendar's Fortune, who's picked up ground as they head back for the home turn. His Nibs, Big Stage, and Jasmin De Vaux wide across the track, followed by an improving Freeman's Bay, and then Glendar's Fortune, Mickey Angel, Master Otis racing onto the heels of the leaders, and they're followed by Jack Go. His Nibs into the straight, a length in front of Jasmin De Vaux, then Big Stage, pumping away in fourth is Glendar's Fortune, and then Freeman's Bay and Mickey Angel and Master Otis, Jack Go and Remember His Mine. 2.5 furlongs to go. And on the left, it is his Nibs, now ridden along in the lead. Yet to be popped a question over the far side, Jasmin De Vaux. Big Stage is getting reminders and has dropped a couple of lengths off them in the third. A gap then to Freeman's Bay, who's followed by Glendar's Fortune, and his Nibs is taken by the favourite, Jasmin De Vaux, over on the far side. They're wide apart, hitting the hill in the final 200 yards, and it's Jasmin De Vaux readily opening up from his Nibs, putting some way clear of the third Big Stage. It's Jasmin De Vaux and Patrick Mullins widening all the time. According to script is how this weekend has gone for Willie Mullins. Another day and another treble for the trainer. Second is his nibs. Freeman's Bay clings on to the third.
Not been a bad day for Patrick Mullins. Patrick, that was fairly tasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good. Now look, the second horse probably looked pretty exposed and has probably beaten that distance in his last two bumpers. So what more could he do? He settled reasonably well, a bit keen in the first half mile. But I wanted to see what was under the bonnet and was printed there.
I'd say you liked the impression you got from the horse. Cheltenham bumper material, I'm sure, this guy, is he?
Definitely, yeah. Look, the Crawfords are very sweet, and when he won his point to point, he's come to Naas now and won. No, and the great thing, I think I know he was a bit keen early on there, but you know, he's a great temperament. He settles quite well. I think he'd handled the razzmatazz at the festival as well.
How much of a headache are you going to have with the Cheltenham Festival bumper this season? Next weekend, I'm sure, will clarify matters.
Yeah, next weekend we'll make things a lot clearer. But yeah, at the moment it's pretty murky. So we'll know more next weekend. And I suppose if Dream to Share turns up, we'll have a fair idea where the rest of them stand then.
And tell me this, have you put your spoke in about Embassy Gardens for the National Hunt Chase? Do you like what you saw today?
I did, yeah. Sure, look, he's had the 2 runs. You'd love for him maybe to have more runs or more big field experience, but he seems to tick all the boxes. He was too keen in the Albert Bartlett last year, is a little concern, but he stays, he jumps, usually settles, so you would love to get on him.
And you won it obviously on the likes of Statler and Gaillard de Menil. Do you think he's very much cut from the same cloth?
I'm not sure. Maybe, you know, Gaillard de Menil was a Grade 1 winner, and you know, he might just be maybe a step behind him at the moment. But I think he's the kind of horse that is going to be much better over fences. I think he could end up being as good as them. At the moment, his profile is a bit behind them.
Lovely. Well, we look forward to seeing him further down the line. Well done today. Thanks, Patrick.
Great. Thanks, Gary.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.